on their back becomes, because when they're facing a tough team like this one, there's added incentive to come out and win.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for Cleveland, Wright is in at the point. Waiters at the 2 with LeBron at the 3. Anderson Varejao is out there with Kevin Love. Now here's Wright, following the miss by Lance Stevenson, and Wright throws it down. Tremendous stuff from a guy Clark we think more of for his passing.
Yeah, but he's got tremendous leaping ability and a surplus supply too.
Well, that's a great aggressive move, and 2 big points too.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, a bit ago, Steve Clifford and I were able to chat. There are a lot of big names to deal with in this one, but perhaps none bigger than LeBron James. He told me planning for LeBron is a headache because he can do so much on the floor, saying there isn't a hole in his game. The only real way to slow him down is to get him working against himself. Physically, there is no answer for LeBron.
All right, Doris, thanks.
A super defensive play. I mean, if that pass gets through, it's probably 2 points.
And he knew that. He knew if it gets through, it's a score, so that's why he sold out for it and got a hand on it.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
And Wright kicks to LeBron. Back to Wright. Varejao with a screen on Walker. Wright. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Nice job again that time to add to their lead. I'll tell you what, they're doing everything right at this moment.
They're playing steadily in all aspects of the game, Steve. You're exactly right.
Now here's Walker. A 29-point game for him in the win against the Wizards in Washington.
Yeah, he picked his spots in that game too, Kevin, because I thought he not only did a nice job scoring, but setting up his teammates as well.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Cavaliers?
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
Oh, man.
What? And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
Stevenson with it, and it's Waiters picking him up. Here's Vonleh. No good. Good D by James. The Cavaliers have gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. And Wright, here we go. The shot from the low post is good. Wright's got 12.
Wow, what a game for them so far. Very impressive. They haven't missed yet.
Outside, Walker. The feed now to Vonleh. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
A chance here, Kevin, to see where the Cavaliers currently rank in the NBA. First in field goal percentage. First in three-point field goal percentage. And they're also #1 in free throw shooting. A team that makes foul shots gives itself and its coaching staff a lot of confidence.
And the shooting is really what stands out to me. This is a team that does such a good job of finding open looks. They're unselfish. They work offensively to create good shots. And when they do that, they're on their game. They're tough to beat.
And Wright, here we go. And that one's good. Wright's got 14.
You know, they're being very one-dimensional right now, going to the post every time. But if it works, you don't need another dimension.
Well, they're taking this defense to task, quite honestly. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
That's good.
Now, some weak defensive coverage there, and I'm pretty sure they didn't plan on starting this game out like that, giving such easy access to the rim.
Feeds to LeBron. Cashes in for a double-digit lead. LeBron's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And some changes here for the Hornets. Williams, he's checked in for Biyombo. Henderson comes in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And Brian Roberts subbed in for Kemba Walker. Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Turner comes in for Waiters. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team. He clearly thinks they have a speed advantage because he told his players that the objective every time they get the ball is to get out and run. He wants to see plenty of transition. He also wants them using a fundamental offensive approach. Specifically, he'd like to see them running the pick and roll as often as they can. Kevin, we'll see how that strategy pans out as this game develops.
Thank you, Doris. And Roberts kicks to Williams. Stevenson drives in. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on it, they expect him to make it.
Stevenson against Wright. And a wide open look for James. Here's Love. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
A nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that.
Hairston, he's checked in for Lance Stevenson. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Dellavedova's checked in. Hairston, the pass to Roberts. Wide open. That's good on the jump shot. Roberts got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And he should thank the defense for those 2 points. Really, nobody paid him any mind there.
Wright outside. Nails it from the high post. Wright's got 16.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Let's see how long they can keep it going. This is quite a start.
Poked away and stolen by Wright. By himself, throws down the breakaway jam.
Huge advantage for them already.
And as well as they've played at both ends so far, this lead might continue to grow.
Hornets trail by 15. Lets a floater go. We've got 22 seconds left in the first. Thompson sets the pick for Wright off the screen, and he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
I couldn't have dreamt of a much better start than what they've had here today.
Everything's worked, especially offensively, and what a lead they have already to show for it.
Williams a screen on Wright. Here's Roberts. Thompson with the rebound.
Hey, I like creativity and a circus finish as much as anybody, but you better be sure you got a chance to make it.
Next Sunday. And as the and welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And Steve and Clark, Cavaliers pretty much in control here, it would appear.
Solid first quarter for this club. They came out strong and they put together some nice momentum here.
Steve, I like the looks they've gotten on offense. A lot of good ones.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Thompson and Verija at the 4 and 5. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Mr. Clutch. And it's Miller in at the small forward position. Thompson sets the pick for Wright. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Well, the pick was set at the perfect angle on the floor, and he used it nicely.
Well, that's a play we may see from them a few more times.
Why not? I mean, when it works, you go back to it. Make him stop you.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Thompson right side. He dishes it to Dellavedova. And right, here we go. Verija trying to free himself up. And that one's good. Right.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Walker with it. Now Wright defending. Shot from 12. Walker missing again. And for the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off a good outing against the Heat at the American Airlines Arena.
Seemed like they hit every big shot they had in that game. Kevin, their offense was clicking, but really clutch in big moments.
That's ideally the way you want it to unfold on the road, Steve. Don't even give the fans a chance to get into the game.
Lance Stevenson's checked in for Charlotte. And then for Cleveland, LeBron, he's checked in. And it's Waiters in for Matthew Dellavedova. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Kid Gilchrist, no luck.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
And Wright, here we go. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Wright's got 8 points here in this quarter. Clark, the coach, was really passionate in that last huddle, trying to do everything he can to get his message across.
You know, and I'm not sure what he wanted exactly, but he did it with enough fire that I'm guessing he's not going to be happy with any lapse in execution. I mean, he made his point pretty clear.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris.
Thanks, guys. Mr. Clutch, and their last game against the Heat was simply terrific. He ended up with 65 points, and the basket seemed pretty big to him. He didn't miss a whole lot all night. Numbers like that are rare to see by any player in a game he'll always remember.
Thanks, Doris, for revisiting what was an astounding performance, Clark.
It clearly was one of those games that when we look back on his career, this game will be right there among the best ever that he's played.
Well, he was in the zone from the outset. It was just one of those games where he was feeling it. Everything was going his way, and he attacked, and that's what I like. Once he knew it was his night, he just attacked relentlessly.
Walker goes in from deep. Stevenson, and he gets the bucket. Stevenson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the defense still needs to keep an eye on it.
Harris is checked in for Cleveland. The Cavaliers leading by 22. Varejao with a screen on Walker. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Well, if you're going to set a screen like that, you've got to make sure your feet are set.
I agree with you, and I thought maybe he was set that time, Steve. I thought it was a good screen on his part.
Some solid defense from Harris.
He's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Unloads from 13. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. That's now 32 points for Mr. Clutch. And it's Walker penetrating. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. This is his second trip to the free throw line. And the first one at the line is good.
Been a good one for Walker. 12 points and 1 assist. More than half their points have come from him alone.
Well, he's taken it upon himself to carry the load offensively.
Catching up on the changes for Charlotte. Lonley's checked in for Williams. And it's Henderson for Kid Gilchrist. Love's checked in for Cleveland. And Wright, here we go. That's good. Wright's got 34 points.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they built this lead for themselves here.
The pass to Walker. And it's blocked by Wright.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Goes back up. Knocked away. The second effort and another shot. And Lance Stevenson pulls it down.
I thought he rushed it a little bit, guys, because he had a clean look, just lost his focus.
Goes back up, so he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. The Hornets have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
Well, this is something they'd like to improve, guys. About 72%.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Cavaliers on top, delivering the blowout. And now let's get